Good morning. I am a day late, but I want to kick off week two and just talk a little bit about where we've been and where we're going. So, in week one, we were defining what diversity and inclusion is. What does that really mean? And what does that look like? In week two, we're going to be understanding ourselves. We can't really change the world as leaders or change and impact our teams if we're not really looking inside of ourselves and seeing how do we function, how do we operate, what are some areas that I could improve, what are some areas that would help me be more culturally intelligent. We talk a lot about emotional intelligence in this program, but we also need cultural intelligence and self-awareness to be sensitive to cultural differences, to create inclusion. So I just want to take a quick breeze through week two and everything that you're going to cover. So in week two, you're going to go ahead and read Barak 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to read chapters 1 through 5 of Livermore, which is about cultural intelligence. And then you're also going to read Chua. And this is going to be one of the forums that you'll be using. So you can go ahead and click on this link and you'll have access to this article. And then you'll watch the cultural intelligence difference video. And then you're going to do an assessment. And that assessment is what's going to give you feedback in your week two paper. So that when you get ready to do your paper, it's going to be about reflections, strengths, weaknesses, kind of a SWOT analysis of your CQ intelligence, areas that you are really good at and areas that maybe you can improve upon. So this will be based on your week two paper. The cultural intelligence assessment is set up by me. I sent each of you an invitation, so you should be able to open up that invitation and be able to come here to the Cultural Intelligence Center. You'll get a little bit different screen than you're seeing right now when you click on the invitation that I sent you, but it will allow you to do the assessment here. It is only $25, so you should not be paying more than that. If you see something more than $25, you could potentially be on a wrong screen. Just reach out and I can send you a new invitation. Once you get done with that, they will send you feedback and you'll use that feedback to work on paper two. So then in Forum 2.1 and 2.2, we're going to work on inclusion and the affirmative action. This is going to be based on your Barak reading. And then in 2.2, we're going to talk about barriers to the inclusive workforce. If we want to develop an inclusive workforce, what are some of the barriers? We have to be aware of that. What are biases, barriers, obstacles, risks? And this will give you an opportunity to kind of expound on that. After you read the article by Chua, you can discuss how the culture disharmony can hinder the process of cultivating an inclusive workforce. So you'll have a great opportunity to kind of dive into that piece there. Then you're going to just do I'm going to do a check-in, but you guys are going to kind of upload, where you're at so far so that I can see that your group is making progress. Now, I know in this course you're not working in groups right now because we had a limited number of students in the course, and I want you each to be able to see every level that Barak is talking about and what that looks like in the case study. So just check in with me, upload your submission, and let me know where you're at. This is just a draft. It doesn't have to be anything formal. I just want to make sure that you're not stuck and that you're on track to be successful. And then you won't be able to see this student survey. We'll open that up here this week. Next week in week 3, we'll talk about it then, but we're going to be learning how to manage diversity, whether it's local, corporate, organizational. And then in week 4, we'll be talking about managing a workforce in a global context. Maybe some of our teams work across several different countries. And then also what the implications are for the 21st century. So as you move through week 2, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I'm going to kind of jump in and join you in a couple of these conversations to be bringing just some questions to the table, some probing questions that you'll be able to reflect on and respond to. I look forward to a great week. Reach out anytime.